Gerry, thank you so much for joining us at Game On Magazine. How are you today?
Well, thanks.
That's good. All right, Gerry, you are a student cricket player for the University of Pretoria. So let's start off with, how did you get involved in cricket?
I started playing at a young age. My father played action cricket, and me and my friends were always at the side of the nets playing cricket, and that's where my love of the game starts.
Gerry, you went to school in Heidelberg up until grade 11, and then you moved over to Garsfontein in Pretoria. Why did you switch in your final year?
I got a scholarship at Garsfontein in grade 11, and the opportunities are just so much more. Because I also knew that I was going to play at Tuks, so coming from a rural area, it's so much more difficult to play in higher teams. And if you come from a city, you just get more opportunities.
Okay, Gerry, you are a student cricket player, and you're in your third year now at Tuks. How do you balance your studies and still be able to play cricket at university level?
It's tough, but I think time management is the most important. And if you can manage your time good, then anything's possible.
So you have represented Tuks in almost all of their competitions, including varsity sports cricket or varsity cup cricket. What are your thoughts on a competition like that?
The pressure is very high, and like media and stuff like that, when you just start playing there, it's something to get used to. But after like the second or third competition, it's really nice to play in front of a crowd. It's really nice to play in front of people and also on television. And I think that's the motivation to like improve and play better on the day.
What do you think best defines university cricket? What do you think? What makes university cricket different from all different other types of cricket, provincial cricket, national cricket? What makes university cricket special?
I think in especially South Africa, with all the different system that's being used, there's a lot of good players that get stuck on university level because they can't break through to amateur level. And I think that's why a lot of those players, the cricket we're playing is really good quality cricket, and there's really good players that comes from university level.
Do you think that varsity sports cricket or varsity cup cricket gives you guys a platform to showcase your talent and basically become another competition that allows people to be seen if they haven't been seen at school level already?
Yeah, for sure. Like in 2014 with the World Finals, we had Dennis de Bruin, who not long after the World Cup, he made his debut for the Titans, and then also Corbin Bosch and Adam Markram. They got exposed very quickly, and they got the opportunities to play at the next level.
Tuks cricket has it has been afforded the opportunity of being able to utilize the CSA's Cricket Centre of Excellence. Do you guys make use of that? And if so, what are your thoughts on having infrastructure like that within South African cricket?
Yeah, we do make use of it, especially on rainy days, and so we're very privileged to use the indoor nets where other clubs or like other universities not always has the same like nets.
Gerry, you have represented Tuks at an international level for the Red Bull Campus Cricket competition, and you've played overseas twice, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on overseas university cricket, and how does South Africa fare, considering that we have won it twice now?
I think the main thing is, like, especially Tuks, like the culture and the structure that we've been working on the last 4 or 5 years. We had a really good structure, and I mean, all the players that comes from Tuks I was like getting part of this winning culture, and I think when we first gone over, it was something to get used to, and the other teams like India and England and Australia's strong teams, but I think handling it as a profession, even though it's just a club side or university side, I think that gave us like a head start over those guys. I think that's why we came up on top every time.
Gerry, let's talk a bit about your training program. Although it is a university sport, it is pretty intense. So, describe to us what your general training program during a week would be like. What do you guys do?
We're very privileged because every week we have time slots from 10 to 12 and 2 to 4 where we can fit it in however the studies goes, and then the coaches will always be there to assist you from Monday to Friday.
Okay, and what do you guys practice during the week? What is, for somebody that doesn't follow cricket and doesn't know what you guys practice, what does your routine look like?
It depends. If the batsmen will always be doing batting specific stuff, bowlers will always be doing bowling specific stuff, and the all-rounders, they will have their days where they choose to do batting specific stuff and bowling specific stuff, because we have the batting coaches and the bowling coaches.
University sport is basically an extension of school sport, where you're able to express yourself against other universities just like you did at school, and it also creates a platform for people to play sports at a much higher level and a much more professional level. What would you say to someone who is an avid cricketer, who wants to play varsity sport but doesn't know, who needs that little bit of a push? And you never know, he may be the next best thing in South African cricket. What would you say to that person, man or woman, that wanted to start cricket at a university level?
Look, anything is possible, and if you got even a little bit of talent, hard work can like put you up there, and you never know if maybe you have a hidden talent, and it's never too late to start.
Now, for some of your personal opinion on the Proteas. We were knocked out of the T20 competition and the World Cup last year. What do you think needs to change in South African cricket in order for us to start performing at World Cups?
I think my personal opinion on the World T20 was, if you look, for example, like the two teams that played in the final, West Indies and England, they've got a lot of match winners or BMT players, game changers, where South Africa maybe has like 3 or 4, and I think especially T20, that's very important. Like down the whole of the batting line of the West Indies team, mostly of the England team, anybody can take the game away, where as if I feel South Africa maybe just has de Kock, de Villiers and Miller, and I think that's very important to look at those big match winners or game changers.